Hello, my name is Jay Simon, and I'll be giving my debate for PoliSci 364. My debate topic is whether Ukraine should be admitted into the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or as I'll be referring to it as, NATO. My position on this topic is that no, Ukraine should not be admitted into NATO. And there are three key reasons for this. The first is escalation within the current Russia Ukrainian conflict. The second is the lack of a stable democratic system. And the third is destabilization of NATO. So let's get into the first topic escalation. Many reports have shown and cited Russian sources, including Putin himself, in saying that the reason that Russia has invaded this time was because of talks about Ukraine joining NATO. You see, Russia does not like NATO. One of their still preceding major conflicts around the world is with the United States, even even living in a post-Cold War era. You see, Russia does not like the idea of having NATO weaponry and NATO allies right on its border. And increasing this by actually creating an alliance here and allowing Ukraine to join NATO is only going to further and deepen the Russian belief that NATO is trying to get secrets or trying to get a military advantage over them. And this is only going to lead to further escalation within the area. Right now, while the Ukraine-Russian war is still going on, it's not escalating as much as it did at the start. And this is a good thing. But actually adding Ukraine into NATO may flip the script and increase the escalation. The second is the lack of an actual stable democratic system. You see, recent reforms to Ukraine have increased its level of democracy, if that's even a scale that you can say. However, corruption and inconsistent governing standards still run throughout the government there. And on top of this, there's an entire body of Ukraine, that being the Russian speaking eastern Ukraine territories, that barely even side with most of what the West considers as Ukraine today. Many of these eastern Ukrainian territories pretty much just gave up their land to Russia. They were okay with being taken over. You see, without a strong core, that is one democratic core, that's one of NATO's most important things when adding anyone into the alliance, as they uphold democracy. And so, including a country that has yet to really prove itself as a strong democratic governing country would be a mistake to add to NATO. And the final one is destabilization of NATO. You see, there's many countries within the EU and within Europe, within NATO, that still rely on Russian oil. Adding Ukraine would complicate that economic tie that those countries have. And finally, it could inadvertently add some of these other countries into the war that's currently going on. For all three of these reasons, I would say that no, Ukraine should not be added to NATO. Thank you.